Hey everyone, it's Rich Mbariket. Thank you for tuning in to yet another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Today is April 9th, 2024. And today I'm going to be talking about my experience with NAFDAC and whether NAFDAC certification or approval is needed to export food products from Nigeria to the United States. So this question is, I'm going to be more specific on this question as it relates to palm oil production from one of our viewers on YouTube who reached out to me on WhatsApp and inquired about the requirements of NAFDAC to export palm oil from Nigeria to the United States. As I understand, NAFDAC certification is only specific and local to Nigeria. That's if you're operating a food manufacturing business and your primary customers or your primary distribution region is Nigeria, yes, you will need, and this is if you want to play safe. And I am all about playing by the rules. You have to play by the rules for you to be successful in business, and you have to follow the laws of the land that you operate in. As I understand, NAFDAC is a requirement if you are selling locally in Nigeria. This is something that I have explored in the past, even with our Gary manufacturing business, where we plan on selling primarily in Nigeria, and then if we have a little bit left over to export into the United States. Yes, at some point NAFDAC will be required, but it's not something that I would focus on right now. The key thing is first, you need to first and foremost have proof of concept before you invest in getting a NAFDAC certification to sell locally in Nigeria. Why? There's no point in you wasting, waste is really not the word, but let me rephrase that. Don't invest time and money on obtaining NAFDAC certification when you haven't proven the concept first locally in Nigeria. And what that means is have a consumer base. Sell your product first. Once you have demand for the product and you want to expand, that is when you go into obtaining, that is when you actually look into obtaining NAFDAC certification. And I know someone in Nigeria that does this for me. Her name is Toyin. She handles all of my business documentations, from business registrations, anything that I need done in Nigeria. As far as compliance goes, she handles all of that for me. And it's someone that I would more than happily recommend for you when that time comes. But for now, focus on obtaining proof of concept, have a product that's in demand before you go into NAFDAC. And I'm talking about, before you go into obtaining your NAFDAC certification. I'm talking about locally now. Now, when it comes to exporting food products for sale in the United States or abroad, that is not a requirement. NAFDAC, no one knows what NAFDAC is here. I'm in Las Vegas in the United States. I'm based here. This is my principal residence. This is my principal headquarters. It's where we are based, but we do business in Nigeria. We've been doing business in Nigeria for 4 years now, since January of 2020. It's not a requirement to export, to have a NAFDAC stamp to export food products from Nigeria for sale commercially or even for personal consumption in the United States. What you do need in the United States, though, if you're going to sell to customers in the US, what you do need for a fact is to get your business registered with the FDA. That is a requirement. You cannot sell food commercially or food products, palm oil, crayfish, food ingredients, anything that's consumed. You cannot legally sell that in the United States without registering your business with the FDA. That is illegal. If you are caught doing that, you can be penalized, you could be fined, and worst of all, you can be shut down and blacklisted, which you do not want. So I hope that answers your questions. You don't need NAFDAC stamp. I mean, we've been importing food products from Nigeria since 2020, and we are doing very well with our business. And NAFDAC is not a requirement to import food from Nigeria into the United States. It is not a requirement. And it's also not a requirement to export food products from Nigeria to the United States. Now, it is a nice to have. If you have the NAFDAC certification, it's okay. It's not necessarily going to help your business. It's not necessarily going to make people buy your product because there's NAFDAC stamp on it. Nobody cares about that in the United States. All the United States cares about is that your facility is registered. Obviously, you're practicing food safety and you're importing quality products in the United States. The United States, I will say this and I will say it until I turn blue, it's a pro-business economy. They welcome enterprising people. They welcome entrepreneurs. So if you have a business whatsoever, whether it's manufacturing and exportation of food into the United States wants you. They want you, but you got to play by the rules, just like how in Nigeria, where you have to have NAFDAC certification to sell locally in the United States. Again, it is not a requirement, but it is a nice to have. If you have it, fine. If you don't have it, it's not a big deal. It's not going to impact your business one way or the other. Having NAFDAC or promoting your product as NAFDAC certified to the average United States consumer, it makes you basically just wasting time. It makes no sense. All they care about is that you have safe, quality food products for people here to consume. And again, once your facility is registered with the FDA, you are safe. You are okay to operate. Just in case if they need to get a hold of you, they know where to find you. They know where your facility is located. They have your name. They have your contact information. They have everything basically that they need. They have your email address, everything that they need to reach out to you in case you are audited, which has happened to me before. I've been audited by the FDA. They came to my facility. They looked at they looked at my facility. They inspected it. They looked at the product that I was selling, and they gave me the green light to go ahead and continue my business. So NAFDAC can be expensive. It can be time consuming. It's something that I've looked into in the past. This is even before I even thought about building the Gary manufacturing factory. I looked into it with Tony, and we decided that it was very, very premature to try and obtain some sort of like NAFDAC certification because the factory is currently under construction. We've suspended it until I get home later on this year to continue building. If you go on my YouTube channel and search Gary Construction, you'll see all of the videos. The site is there. We built the factory from the foundation to the DPC level, and I plan on continuing that later on this year to get it at least up to the roofing level. Now, we've already proven the concept. We know that there's demand for Gary, from Mbariket Gary in Nigeria. We sell out all the time. Anytime we go to the market, we usually sell out of our product within an hour, at the very most within 2 hours. So we've already proven the concept. So you see what I'm saying? The buyer's there, but in order to be in full compliance, NAFDAC is something that we are going to have to obtain to sell locally in Nigeria. But it is not a requirement for U.S. distribution. So if you have palm oil or food products or whatever it is that you're planning on exporting to America, go ahead and do it. You won't be banned. You're not going to be harassed. No one's going to bother you, whether you have NAFDAC certification or not. No one really cares about that in the United States. So I hope that answers your question. Again, the key thing is prove the concept first. Have product that people want to buy. Have product that you're currently selling locally before you invest in obtaining NAFDAC. Again, it is not a requirement. It's a nice to have, but it is not a requirement. So I hope that answers your question. And thank you. We are at 708 subscribers at the moment. My goal is to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. And it looks like I'm going to hit that goal because we are in April at the moment. And we still have a few months. No, not a few months. We have 8 months left to the end of the year. So I'm very happy with the growth of the channel. Consider subscribing. Share the channel. I have conversations on my channel about capital projects. You know, I'm a capital project manager here in the United States. I work in the construction sector, infrastructure. And then back in Nigeria, same thing. You know, I build factories, I manufacture food products, I manufacture other consumable goods that we sell primarily in the United States. But we also want to build a business locally as well, so we can cater to customers in Nigeria and also customers abroad. So hope this helps, guys. And again, subscribe to the channel, like, share, and comment. And if you have any questions whatsoever about manufacturing in Nigeria, exports from Nigeria to the United States, imports from Nigeria into the United States, just post your comments in the comment section. Post your questions in the comment section. I know this individual reached out to me on WhatsApp, which isn't something that I recommend or encourage. I really do want to keep all communication on YouTube. I don't have the time between my business and my job and my family. Sorry, my career and my family. I just don't have the time to talk to anyone on the phone or chit chat back and forth on WhatsApp. I really just don't. So anything that you have to say, any questions you have, post in the comment section. And when I get to it and when I have free time, trust me, I will make a video such as this answering your questions. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Keep all communication on YouTube. Okay, all the best, guys. Rich Mbariket. Talk to you later.